the media officer for the policy and campaigns team in WaterAid in the UK, and I've come over to Uganda to accompany a couple of BBC journalists who wanted to see some of the work we're doing in Kawempe. What we were showing them is one of the slum areas in Kawempe, and it's one of the poorest areas in Uganda, and particularly in Kampala. Kawempe, which part of it you can see in the background now, is actually one of the biggest slums in Kampala. There's maybe as many as 500,000 people who live here now, and the slums have grown massively. And the work WaterAid is doing in Kawempe and in some of the other slums in Kampala is to help with the local infrastructure, to build drains, to build some sanitation facilities, and also to help people with access to water as well. And we're working with the local community to help them to understand their own rights to things like water and sanitation, and we help them to campaign and to advocate so that they can receive these services for themselves. But also what we're doing is we're working with the local government and the water authority here to get new water points installed which people can use tokens for. At the moment, where the water points, you find them in the slums, for local landlords will charge a premium for access to that clean water, which means, kind of bizarrely, people who are poorest end up paying maybe 4 or 5 times what they should be doing for water access.
With the conventional meters, there is a middleman who is a businessman that makes residents pay 3 times more. The official price of a 20-litre jerry can is supposed to be 30 shillings, yet they are charged 100 shillings to 200 shillings. So with prepaid meter, each one will be having an electronic token which is rechargeable, which will make them access water at the corporation price without a middleman.
Water has become so much commercialized. A jerry can going for 200 shillings. An average household would consume 2 to 5 jerry cans a day, which is around 1,000 shillings a day. Really, you can't expect this person to be able to meet this cost. So they opt for the cheaper sources.
Are the open springs safe for human consumption?
They are not really safe. They are not really safe, and absolutely not safe, because take an example. Up there we are seeing the bathroom. This is a bathroom used for urinating, and some people even go an extra mile to defecate there, and this bathroom is actually on top of the water source. So really you can't expect safe water here. The sanitation relatively is improving, of course, with the increased awareness on sanitation and health.
And the areas are a lot cleaner, as you can see, and we've been appreciated. Our efforts are being appreciated, and we have taken our efforts from community level to the Kampala Capital City Authority. We have a sanitation strategy that is being explored, and if all goes well and the Kampala Capital City Authority gets through the transition phase, I think we'll get more lasting results and positive impacts. Our projects are visible and getting better sustained, especially with the weekly cleanup when it comes to sanitation. We are working with the National Sanitation Group to ensure that we invest into research to change the technology, because like 60% are still using traditional toilets, and only 4% are using flush toilets. So we need a better technology to serve our people to overcome this challenge. We have also worked with Coca-Cola to construct a recycling plant, basically targeting removing plastics from these drains, which will reduce on the flooding. At a higher level, WaterAid managed wooing National Water into bring prepaid meters to Bwaisetu. However, the same structures lobbied National Water to get prepaid meters in Bwaise 3 and other areas. So that was a big success. The second success is that they lobbied the president to pledge 100 sanitation units in the area, and the third one is around waste management, whereby the tariff structure, the favorable tariff structure is discussed at community level to ensure that it's favorable to the residents.
And really in Kawempe, the area that we were just in, it's really not just a poor slum, it's the poorest area of a very poor slum. So it's really good to see that WaterAid has focused their attention on these people first and making sure that the people who literally are at the bottom of the pile get the services and the help with the advocacy they need. And then, you know, if we can improve their situation, then we can move to other areas where people are, you know, just only marginally better off. So, you know, being able to work in these areas is really important for the organisation, because it's part of our philosophy at WaterAid that we need to try and help the poorest people first access these really, you know, really essential life-saving services.